Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to win the championship challenge that's going to take place this weekend. The maps have already been revealed and I'll be going through the best comps and also comps for free to play players as well. I'm going to be going through every single set in depth and showing you guys the best compositions for each map. So yeah, let's jump straight into the video. Okay, so the first set is Minecart Madness in Gem Grab. These games will be fairly easy, but I still thought I'd show you guys the best comps in terms of competitive meta and also for free to play. So going through these comps, you can see that Jean's prevalent pick on my part. I just think Jean's by far the best mid on this map. So yeah, if you've got Jean, definitely be using Jean. Jean also synergizes really well with tanks on this map, so the likes of Daryl and Rosa work really well with him. So yeah, it's just down to personal preference really on those two brawlers. The reason why I prefer Jean as mid in comparison to the likes of B, Piper and quite a few other brawlers is just due to the fact that you can literally pull enemies through any of the walls, including you can even pull enemies into the minecart if needed. The likes of B, Piper, Penny and Poco just don't seem as strong as Jean at the moment on this map. Due to the constant pressure of the minecarts, B and Piper especially can't really deal with pressure too well, just because of their wall peak ability and whatnot. Jean deals with pressure relatively well due to the fact that he can use his pull alongside with your teammates as well, helping you to get the kill. Obviously that's not the case with any other brawler really, so Jean's presence is much better than Piper's, B's, Poco's and Penny's as well, just due to the fact that brawlers can't really push him back too much if he has his pull. Also, I like to use the magic puff star power. This is due to the fact that 400 heal is quite a significant amount. It pairs really well with his pull, and especially on this map. The pull mixed with Daryl's DPS works really well. Alongside with Daryl's role, he can turn defense into offensive pressure straight away. In his challenge, you might run into a lot of ticks due to the fact that this is the first set, so the skill level of the opponents will be much lower. So I see tick being used a lot more. So yeah, definitely bear that in mind when you're making your comps up. And he as a mid excels especially when there's not a thrower. So yeah, bear that in mind. Penny can still be used when there's a thrower, but yeah, she's not as good. Sandy is also a really good lane on this map. Of course, there's not really many maps that Sandy's not good in. His super compared with Jean's, but not only Jean's, his super on his own is really good at pushing the enemies back. If you pair this well with the minecarts as well, you can keep the enemies back for such a long time. So yeah, Sandy's always going to be good on a map like this. Mr. P was without a doubt the best brawler in the game. He's basically made for this map in my opinion. The way he can shoot over the walls and shoot over the minecarts is just insane. You've just got to bear in mind that tanks can actually push him back pretty well. But yeah, he hard counters the likes of B. He's a pretty good counter to Jean as well. Lane brawlers I like to use the likes of Carl. Carl's one of my favourite lane brawlers on his map. Just due to the fact his second star power protected per is insanely good right now in the meta. This star power counters Daryl pretty well. When a Daryl rolls, Cole can use his super and win that 1v1 pretty comfortably. Rosa is also a really good lane here. I prefer the likes of Cole, Daryl and Sandy, but yeah, Rosa's still pretty good if you feel more comfortable using her. The only thing I don't like about Rosa personally is just she just feeds probably a bit too much. That's why in comparison I like Daryl, just due to the fact that obviously his super charges automatically. Shouldn't have too many struggles going through this set, as I said before. The skill level is going to be really bad, so I'll probably recommend the comp to use on this map. Combine Jean with Sandy, and the third brawler can be a range of brawlers. It could be likes of Carl, Rosa, Daryl. They pair really well with Jean and Sandy. So yeah, that was my personal preference for this map. See by the graphic, I've compiled 5 best comps in terms of competitive if you have all the brawlers or the majority, and I've compiled also a free to play. This is a second set, so the skill level's still going to be not the best. Okay, so let's go through the good synergies in the comps that I'm about to mention. So first off, no surprise, Jean. Although he's one of my favourite brawlers and I may be a bit biased, I just feel like the combinations you can get with Jean are just insane. The likes of Tara pair well with Jean on this map. You've got the likes of obviously Daryl is always going to be good in Brawl. The way I like to use Jean is obviously pulling brawlers towards your teammates and helping them build up their super, so then you can turn that into goal scoring opportunities. So this is most common with the likes of Tara and Daryl. Tara obviously has a pull super, which obviously can create so many good goal scoring opportunities. You can combine a lot of brawlers with Jean just due to the fact that he's a synergy brawler. So as long as you've got someone that has a decent DPS, even of the likes of Max now. The gameplay provided, this is a scrim against Team Outplayed. They're obviously a really good team. But I think that Sandy and Mr. P Band, so bear that in mind when you're watching the gameplay. Max has become really good in Brawl right now. He pairs so well with Jean's hook. The other team are going to find it really hard to avoid the Jean pull. The majority of the time you want to be auto-aiming the Jean pulls when it's near enough in a straight line. When brawlers are in a diagonal line or there's a lot of spawners or whatnot on the map, definitely wouldn't recommend auto-aiming a Jean pull. But yeah, with the max speed, Jean's pull can be so easy to hit. When you've got two amazing synergies in the comp like Max and Jean, it can make the third brawler really stand out. So that's more the flashy brawlers like the likes of Tara and Daryl, who can make a goal out of nothing. Bear in mind this set's going to be against lower skilled people just because it's the second set, so you can basically use the third brawler out of the comp just to what you feel more comfortable. So that can be the likes of Carl, with the likes of even Tick. It's also vital to have a wall break in this map. In the first qualifiers we struggled to really create a chance just due to the fact there's so many walls. So yeah, you need the likes of Jean, you need the likes of Tara. Go with other wall break options, but yeah, they're the best two wall break options. Or you could go for a different style of the comp. You can go for more control with the likes of Barley or Tick. We didn't have too much joy with the likes of Barley and Tick, just due to the fact it's really hard to score with these brawlers and create goal scoring opportunities. A lot of people are going to say that B is needed here, but just due to the fact that Mr. P is going to be really good on this map also, he can use the walls to his advantage. This map, there's a wide variety of brawlers you can use, so all it comes down to is what you feel comfortable personally. I wouldn't push playing a brawler that you wouldn't feel too comfortable playing. And yeah, let's move on to the third set. Okay, so this third set is going to be a Layer Cake Bounty. I personally really enjoy playing this map. It's a lot different to all the other bounty maps. It's split into the 3 lanes, so you've got the mid section, which I prefer using Piper, but you can also use the likes of Mr. P mid. You've got the lanes, you actually use quite a variety of brawlers here. The likes of Tick are really good due to the walls. In the early game, Tick is pretty good, but in the late game he kind of struggles to the likes of Brock and Jean once they build the supers up. Whenever I'm playing this map competitively, I love to use Piper mid. I use Piper with Ambush due to the fact that you can get snipes on either lane, and winning that mid matchup is really important with Piper. So yeah, the ambush star power is going to be the best one here. There's only really 6 brawlers I would consider competitively viable on this map. That's going to be Mr. P, Piper, Brock, Jean, Penny, and Tick. 2 brawlers I'd definitely recommend playing Piper and Jean. Jean can pretty much kill any brawler in 1v1 interaction on this map. Most tanks aren't really used on this map, so it's going to be the squishier brawlers on this map, and Jean can pretty comfortably take out most of these brawlers 1v1, but even not 1v1, other brawlers can help him with the kill. On this map with Jean, you want to be running the Spirit Slap star power in my opinion. A lot of the times you're not going to be next to your teammates just due to the fact that this map's kind of split up in 3 lanes, so Spirit Slap's definitely better star power. If you want to use Brock, it's down to personal preference. As you can see in the gameplay, both Brocks like to use Incendiary, but I prefer Fourth Rocket on most maps. Probably on this map Incendiary is better, but yeah, as I said, that's down to personal preference really. Okay, so I've spoke about comps. I'm just going to go briefly through my personal strategy with this map. I kind of treat this map like Snake Prairie competitively, in the fact that the first star is super important. Once you get that first star, it can be pretty easy to hold the lead. So battling for that mid star is quite important. You want to keep position as long as possible and get that first star. This map can be pretty easy to domino kills. A lot of the times you can just sit behind the walls and wait for the enemies to come to you and make the mistakes. The way I like to play this map is to guard your life more. The way I like to play this map is to take care of your life more than go for kills. That's obviously the main objective in Bounty, but yeah, I'll much prefer to stay alive and not take the risk rather than going it too aggro and give the other team the lead, because it can be really hard to get the lead back. Getting pinched and pressured can be hard on this map. That's where the likes of Tick can be good. But yeah, you want to keep as close to the mid as possible. You don't want to fall back to the back section of the map too early. You don't want to be too defensive, but you definitely don't want to be too aggressive. So it's just finding that balance. But yeah, there's not too much diversity within the comps for this map. Once again, it's probably going to come down to what you're most comfortable with. But as long as you're using one of the 6 brawlers recommended, you should do pretty well in this. But yeah, let's move on to the 4th set. So the 4th set, this is where things start to get a bit harder. It's going to be Pit Stop Heist. Here in the graphic you can see the best 5 competitive comps and also the free-to-play comps. In my opinion, the most vital brawler in this comp is going to be Rico. He has a lot of good bounce opportunities. He pinches well with a lot of different brawlers, and this map comes down to how well you can pinch the enemies, working well as a team and pushing up the map together. You can see all 10 comps I've recommended have Bull in. Bull's really good heist brawler, but especially in this map, Bull's really good. The main way to use Bull, I find, is you need to find a good opportunity to break the walls in front of a safe. This is vital if you've got Rico in your comp. Rico can chip down a safe from a distance. The quicker you break that wall, or even break a little bit of that wall just so Rico has better access to the safe, the better really. Best comp in my opinion used to be 8-bit Rico Bull. We used that a lot in the championship. A lot of times you could catch enemies off guard. As soon as Bull breaks that wall, with 8-bit's turret melting down a safe, you could easily take the safe down from 100% down to like 30% within a matter of 10 seconds. But with the introduction of Max and how she's becoming a pretty strong brawler in the meta, Max pretty much counters that comp. Yeah, another brawler I recommend definitely using it if you've unlocked her already is Max. We like to use the 2nd star power, so when you move you reload much quicker. That's definitely the better star power in Heist, just due to the fact you can get so much DPS on the safe and enemy brawlers. That reload speed's going to become really clutch. A lot of people underestimate how much damage Max can do even at a distance. It's 420 damage per bullet, and yeah, a lot of people actually underestimate how much damage she can do at a distance. She's really good at chipping them down. But yeah, Max is another brawler that synergizes well with the tanks. Max and Rico can work really well to pinch enemy brawlers. As I mentioned before, with the wall break of Bull, Max and Rico can absolutely melt the safe once that wall's down. So yeah, it's a good synergy in that comp. Competitively as well, we've seen a lot of triple tank. With Max in the meta, I don't think triple tank's as strong as it once was. I like to use 1 or 2 defensive brawlers in this comp, but are also decent in attack. That's why I've not put the likes of Shelly and Spike in this, just because I feel like Rico and Max offer more offensively as well. Games on this map specifically, a lot of the time come down to base races, so it's kind of learning how much damage the enemy brawlers do on a safe. So obviously, for example, if it's just a Nita without a bear on a safe, you can quite easily afford to leave Nita on a safe, just because you know her DPS on the safe isn't going to be good. One key tip I'll take into this set is definitely taking into consideration the other team's brawlers and how much damage they can do to the safe. A lot of the times I will opt to ignore that brawler and push to destroy the other team's safe. Yeah, there's not really too much more I can say about Heist, so yeah, let's move into the 5th and final set. So the 5th and final set is Siege. This is obviously the most important one, and the set that's going to have the most skilled opponents in. So yeah, you're going to be wanting to use the best comps there on the left on the graphic. This is another map that works really well for Jean. A lot of times in scrims and competitive play, I feel like the Jean that builds up their super fast and can keep cycling it over and over again is a team that ends up winning in the end. As I've mentioned previous times throughout the video, Jean works really well with high DPS brawlers, so the likes of Daryl, Rosa, Primo pair really well with Jean. Key to Siege is obviously control, so making sure you get them pulls and making sure your other teammate is next to you so he can help you finish off the kills pretty well. And yeah, it's pretty much about cycling supers and it's pretty much about cycling your supers and making sure you don't get caught out by another brawler I'd recommend using is Barley. Barley is a really good siege brawler. Barley is needed due to his range. He can melt the enemy Ike with ease and from a distance. He also wins his lane pretty comfortably most of the time if you can stay behind the wall. When it comes down to tanks, this is again kind of a personal preference thing. We prefer to use the likes of Rosa. Rosa's one of the best brawlers in Siege on every single map. The way she can absolutely melt the boss on defense and also pressure with a super and whatnot on offense is really good. Competitively as well, we've seen a rise in Primo being picked. This is due to the fact he can counter Jean pretty well. A lot of the time you can just hold your jump and Jean's not going to be able to pull towards you because once that happens, obviously Primo can just jump on the Jean and take him out pretty easily. So Primo is a good Jean counter, and also Primo's a good counter to a lot of the tanks. So the likes of Rosa, Primo counters Rosa really well. The likes of Daryl, Primo also counters really well. Primo works in that way just due to the fact he counters a lot of the good brawlers on this map. So yeah, you see Primo being ran quite a lot here now. It also goes without saying, Sandy's really good in this map. His super's obviously really broken. It can keep the enemies back for a while. It obviously Siege is quite dependent on control, and that super's really good at pushing the enemy team back and gaining control. It's also good when once you've finished a defense, throwing that super into the mid can help you regain control. A lot of the times on this map it can be hard to regain control once you've defended a bot, so Sandy's super helps really well with that. Another brawler that's basically broken in every single mode, Mr. P. Mr. P is going to be really good on this map due to the fact there's quite a lot of walls, so he can use the walls to his advantage. His turret also comes in pretty clutch in defense. The constant spawning of his little minions helps keep the boss distracted. His turret also has quite a lot of HP, so it's just another thing that stops the enemy boss and can help you when it comes to defense. There's not a ton of variety on Siege, but yeah, as I mentioned in previous sets, a lot of this can just depend on how comfortable you are. I just want to reiterate that obviously you don't want to push outside your comfort zone too much. So for example, I'm not really the best Primo, so I leave that role to the likes of Shrillin and Tom, and say to the more control brawlers that I like. It depends on your play style, so yeah, just play what suits to your play style most. Hey guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys took away some good comps and strategies from this video. The Championship Challenge starts Saturday and you've only got 24 hours, so make sure you definitely play these, and the following Saturday you'll get a chance to compete and go to Poland. So yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video. Let me know down in the comment section below what videos you want me to see next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.